Keeping up with our motto, let learning be joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning students. Here Mrs. Sonal Shah Doshi from Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College teaching you all geography today for grade 7, chapter 7, part 1, soils. In earlier standards you have learnt about plant, which are the four friends of a seed which help the seed to grow into the plant. Yes, those are air, water, sunlight, and which one is the fourth one? Yes, soil. Without any of the above factors, plant it is impossible for a plant to grow. And what do you mean by a soil? So it is a mixture of organic matter, minerals, gases, liquids, and organisms that together support a life. So it is a composition of all these things, that is organic matter, minerals, gases, liquids, and organisms. Now, what are the constituents of soil? Look at this picture. In an average soil, the proportion of air is 25% and proportion of water is also 25% and solid materials consist 50%. So a typical soil is about 50% solids, that is 45% mineral and 5% organic matter as shown in the first pie diagram, and 50% voids, of which half is occupied by water and half by gas. Which factors are necessary for the formation of soil? So as you have learnt in first slide that it composed of material, minerals, organisms, etc. So the factors necessary for soil formation, first and foremost the parent material, means the rock from which the soil is made. Then the climate, topography, plants and animals, and time. Everything in a life needs time to form, to get formed. So scientists attribute soil formation to the following factors: parent rock, regional climate. Regional climate decides the type of soil, which is very important factor. Biotic material, that is organisms comes from the living beings and animals. Topography of a region, and time, which is the main factor. Let us see one by one factors in detail. Parent rock. So depending on the hardness of the rock and the climate of the region, the rock gets weathered. Weathered means in the rock changes are there, okay, due to the pressure of wind, due to the pressure of air, due to water wipes away many things, due to chemical reaction. The rock turns into powdery material due to all these factors, and which powdery material further turns into earthy material. For example, the basalt rock of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra turns into black soil after weathering. So this soil is also referred to as rigor soil. rocks like granite in South India give rise to red soil. So in Maharashtra we get black soil while in South India we get red soil. In this picture I have shown you the parent rock and how it get converted into the powdery material and then after to the soil. Regional climate. The climate of a region decides the intensity of weathering. So suppose the country is in equatorial area or it is near the polar zone, whatsoever the zone decides the climate of the region, and according to the climate the intensity of weathering will be there. Like in equatorial area the heat and the rain is more as compared to the polar areas. So that is why one and the same type of rock gives rise to the different types of soil depending on which region it is. So when the rock is exposed to different climates, it turns into different types of the soil. In the dry climate of Deccan Plateau, weathering of basalt leads to the formation of black soil as we have seen in previous slide. Whereas in humid climate, now Rajasthan have hot and dry climate. You do not perspire. Like Mumbai has humid climate. Moisture is there in the air. So in Mumbai, the type of soil will be the lateritic soil. Okay, it is due to the moisture in the air. So in the humid climate of the western Sahyadris, the lynching of the same basalt rocks leads to the formation of lateric soil. Here I have shown you the map of India in which major soil types of India is shown. The brown color shows the forest soils while the grey color indicates black soils. The skin color indicates alluvial soils, olive green indicates arid soil, grey laterite soils, and orange indicates red and yellow types of soils. Biotic material. So the weathering of rocks turns them into powdery material, but this powdery material is not soil. To turn such powdery material into the soil, it is necessary that biotic material gets mixed into it. Biotic material means the waste generated from animals, human beings, etc. Even the plants. So the biotic material comes from the decomposition of the remains of plants and animals in that region. They get composed due to water and microorganisms in them and certain other organisms help to decompose the dead remains of the organic materials. So the biotic material thus produced gets mixed into the soils and turns into the humus. If the proportion of humus in the soil is greater, the soil becomes more fertile. So it is necessary that decomposition leads to biotic material and biotic material gets added into the powdery material formed by the rocks. So when powdery material formed by the rocks added to the biotic waste, it forms a fertile soil. So nowadays production of Vermicompost is undertaken on a large scale. Try to understand the process of producing vermicompost or compost. Production of compost needs sufficient period of time as it is natural process, and the elements like organic waste, water and heat it is needed. Here is the diagram which shows microorganisms present in biotic waste. Last factor, time. Soil formation is a natural and slow process. It needs a very long period of time, and to form a 2.5 centimeter thick layer of topsoil, it takes thousands of years. From this, you may understand that soils are also valuable. In the region of high rainfall and higher temperature, the process of soil formation is faster because decomposition is faster. Whereas comparatively in regions of low temperatures and low rainfall, it takes more time. Humans use the soil gifted by nature as a resource. It is mainly used for agricultural purpose, and for getting higher production we use different type of chemical fertilizers, insecticides and other things. However, those things leads to degradation of soil. So today we have seen about soil, what is the meaning of soil and how it is formed. We will see the chapter further in next part, that is part 2. Thank you all.